Thank you, Lee. Okay, so we'll do a call of order. We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Always expect you guys do a flag and everything. There it is. Thank you. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. All right, next item, introduction. We have a new committee member, so Joseph Valley. Welcome, Joseph. We're back to our 3-head count. You want to take 30 seconds and give a quick intro to yourself?
Sure. Thanks for having me. This is a new adventure for me, being on a board like this, a building committee. And a lot of people have been asking me if I know what I got myself into. So I'm a little nervous, but I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm still asking myself the same question. All right.
Is it Joseph or Joe?
Joe. Joe's good.
Okay. From a saving of time, though, Joe, I'm not going to have everybody introduce themselves. You can meet a few people. We'll go as we go along and try to go that way. We can see maybe at the end we can go around a little bit if you need clarification of who somebody is. With this many people, we'll burn a half an hour. So.
Thanks, Joe.
Approval of minutes, which you'd abstain on, obviously, if we vote. Rodney, did you have any issues with the minutes?
Yeah, hold on, let me bring them up. No, I didn't have any issues. What I will do is I move to approve the minutes of meeting for March 15th, 2024 as written.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Against? Abstentions? So the motion passes 2-0-1. Okay, project
All right.
updates, phase
No.
1.
One more.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you just do the motion for the 15th? I thought you said both.
Separately.
You're hard to hear, Rodney.
Your volume's very low.
Mine is?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, hold on. Let me.
I was filling in gaps on your motion.
Hello?
Much better.
That's much better.
Much better? Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of meeting for March 22nd, 2024 as written.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Against? Abstentions? Okay, so motion to approve this 322 minutes passes 2-0-1. Thank you, Rodney.
Yep.
Okay, project updates, phase 1. We pivoted a little bit, so we thought we'd go by schools instead of HVAC festivals roof. So Osborne Hill.
Mark, you want me to do the updates?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so just a quick introduction. Joe, welcome aboard. My name is Amar Shamas. I'm the Senior Project Exec for Gilbane Building Company. We're the construction managers. With me is Tim Montegrano, who's the on-site project manager, and I'm actually going to turn it over to Tim to give an update where we are. Obviously, we've released all the trade contracts to the contractors, and they've all getting signed up. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Tim. Tim, if you can give the update on the schools. Thank you.
Hey, Joe, welcome. So for right now, we're getting contracts out. They were all sent out middle of this week. We're chasing down, all of our administrative portions of that, which is insurance and getting them executed and all that fun stuff. Right now, we have a little kickoff. We're doing kickoffs with all the trades right now, just kind of via Teams. And then next week, we have an on-site meeting on the 10th while school is out. For one of their professional development days. So we're going to walk these guys through the schools, kind of continue to firm up our game plan for attack for the week of 4/15, which is the Fairfield Public Schools April break. And our goal is to get in and do as much demo as we can in the phase 1 areas during that week of vacation. So we can utilize, not having to worry about coming back each morning and making sure the rooms are, cleanly. I mean, obviously we're going to be doing our job and cleaning everything, but it's easier to leave protections down and certain things in place to make more productive for the workers. So we're going to take full advantage. So really for Osborne Hill, this summary I just gave you is really covering all these schools at the moment. We're in that early stage, so there's not much diversion between the 3 schools. So we are working to set up our OAC meeting and a couple other key meetings that we can discuss. Amar, I don't know if you want to discuss right now on that call with Sal and everyone, just to kind of keep everybody in the loop. But I know that was one thing we had to touch on with the overall team. But yeah, aside from that, we're getting ready to go. We're excited to get going, and we're pushing everything forward.
No, nothing specific. Thank you, Tim. Happy to answer any questions the committee may have as it relates to our progress. You will share some additional information with the group as we march forward, some updates as look aheads. We'll give you kind of a brief look ahead of what we're doing. We are starting to establish what we call owner contractor, construction managers meeting with the architects as well. And those are going to be weekly on site. Sal and Mark are very familiar with those processes, and those are going to be on site with the administration to kind of bring them up to speed, what we're doing on a daily basis, so that way they're aware of our progress. So we'll share that information with you as well at some point.
Those meetings are going to be at Fairfield Woods, correct? And you're going to have a Zoom element for the
Yes, we will have a Teams link in each meeting, and then we will be holding it in person each week at Fairfield Woods. And yeah, just to piggyback on that, so starting early next week, we're going to be mobilizing to all 3 schools, specifically Fairfield Woods. So we'll be getting set up there, with our printers, our tables, all of our site services that we need to get the job kicked off. So we will be busy next week mobilizing our offices, and then, like I said, the week of 4/15, we will start actual work at all 3 schools simultaneously.
And is any vestibule work being done next week? None, right?
No. That's all summer of 2025, Jeff. And again, if any of the building committee members have a desire to set up a walkthrough or attend these meetings or join us, please let us know. We're happy to arrange that.
Thank you. Okay. Any questions, Rodney or Joe? Anything on Osborne Hills?
No.
Any of the 3?
I'm good.
No.
Anything's different on North Stratfield, Tim?
No, North Stratfield is under similar jurisdiction right now. So we're doing the same scope of work there, same team, all that stuff. We're getting set up as well.
And no concerns on the 15th from a breaking ground, as it were, air quotes.
Right now, no. We are on the 10th, next Wednesday. We are meeting with the custodial team again to just kind of rehash out everything we've been discussing thus far, make sure everyone's under the same, which rooms we're doing first, kind of just reconfirming all of that so that we're ready to go. And again, I mean, April 12th, right, next Friday is when the custodial teams at all 3 schools will be breaking in to the couple rooms we need and removing everything out. So, as long as that goes to plan, and there's no concern there, we'll be ready to go Monday, 4/15, 7 a.m. We'll have our crews on site and we'll get into these rooms. So, again, it's a couple pieces that are going to be moving, along with the custodial team, but we have spoken to them numerous occasions. We feel confident. Everybody feels confident in the plan, the game plan. So, we hope that we can get that accomplished and everything without any too many hangups.
Very good. Mark, any reports this week on Fitz House?
Just the invoice. They are doing some fabrication for the start of the to perform the work during the summer.
Joe, just for your
Yeah,
edification, sorry, Mark, go ahead.
No, go.
I was going to say that the Fitz House project was added to the building committee's docket, if you will, as a follow-on. There's no real. It's a much smaller project. It's just they're replacing the existing hardware, but it was added to our docket from an oversight perspective.
Correct.
Okay. Anything else on phase one? Some updates?
Yep. We do have, we did get the PCR approval letter from OGA for all 3 vestibules. So we'll be discussing that next week on how to best bid that, the glass package out so we can get that on the street. And we do have, in next week, we will have the materials testing. We did get the bid forms back, so we will be putting that package together for review and approval by the committee next week.
On the glass, Sal and Gilbane, do either parties have any concern with the state list for the contractors? Is that the path you guys are advocating?
We haven't finished talking about it, but if it goes that path, Fairfield Schools does not have a problem with that. That's a
Yes.
completely legitimate way to do it. So we'll have a final discussion about that. I'm assuming sometime next week.
I thought we had decided that we are going to state contracts. I thought several meetings back, we thought that would be the best move, best foot forward.
Yeah, well, the team keeps saying bidding, so I want to have a final. Somebody's keeps bringing up bidding, so I want to have a final meeting and have that clarified where we're going. I don't care either way, as long as we get a contractor on board. So if there's a confusion, I want to have a meeting next week. We'll have Colliers, Gilbane. We can have a representative of the building committee come aboard and just talk it through if there's any questions. I just want it done in a legitimate manner for bidding reimbursement purposes.
Right.
That was the discussion a couple weeks ago, but subsequent to that, we've discussed it. If Gilbane would put it out to bid also. So that's where we're at right now. Do the final meeting and get it out on the street.
There's no concerns on our end, Rodney, either direction, whatever.
No, I
desires.
No, you said that, but we are under time constraints. We're just dragging this thing out. So, I mean,
What is the lead time? What is the lead time on
honestly, I
glass?
thought this was decided, several weeks ago.
Yeah, I'll have to validate, Ryan. You have to look at the minutes. I don't recall if it was definitively voted on or not. I don't remember.
Rodney, as it relates to lead time for glass and the bullet resistant, no issues for the summer of 2025. As if we award it sometime soon, I don't anticipate that to be an issue. So I think that we just had the PCR obviously approved, which is great. Now it's just a matter of finalizing which route to go on this one, and then we can just move forward.
Let's get it decided and take it off the agenda.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Okay. Agreed. All right, Mark, where you want to go next? Builder's risk? Update on that?
Well, we can do the builder's risk. Just to bring everybody up to speed, typically the builder's risk is procured through the town and basically provided the builder's risk invoice is provided to the project for payment. The town's insurance carrier is KERMA, which is a coalition of small towns or towns in Connecticut that band together and get their insurance through. KERMA is unable to provide the builder's risk and insure the existing building. The town's insurance agent has gone out to they've gone out to numerous carriers. 4 could provide the builder's risk insurance, but only one of the carriers would also do the existing building insurance. So the cost to the town would be $148,000 for the builder's risk and the existing building coverage for the 3 construction schools. The 3 schools under construction, I should say.
And how does that compare to the budgeted amount for builder's risk?
It is over, and I did not bring that up. I will get that number to you. I don't have it up right now to share.
But
Of
we
what we had
should
budgeted.
still be in good shape because we were 2.5 as of last week anyway.
Correct.
And we do have contingencies.
Correct.
So I don't think we'd like to see the numbers, of course, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, can I just add in real quick, just from seeing the quotes that Mark shared the quotes with me and purchasing here. There were 4 quotes received. The one in reference today is the only one that included the existing building coverage. And sort of the way we were looking at it internally here is the cost is about double to go with this quote versus the other 3 that are not offering the existing building coverage. But so for basically $70,000, we're getting like another $80 million in insurance coverage. So we were kind of looking at that like that's not a bad deal. I don't know what the budget was, but when you think of it that way, we could spend 70 grand to stay with Kerma, or we could go 140 and get an extra $85 million in coverage.
Adam, are there credits from Kerma as far as the period that we don't need the insurance coverage from them?
I asked Mark about that. That was one of the first we talked about that. I don't know guarantee, but it's something we can certainly we should certainly pursue, and we can.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. Anything else on builder's risk from anyone? All right. Moving on.
So can I just ask, so basically now we'll finalize the quote from our insurance broker, and then I will bring an invoice to a future meeting? Is that the approach here?
Yeah.
That's how.
Yeah, my
Mark
understanding
and
is
Adam,
sorry, Mark,
the policy start date is as effective when? Do you know off the top of your head? It just
should
needs to
be the
start
15th.
before. Yeah,
Before you're on site.
that'd be great if you can make it the 15th or even the 8th. It's just I don't want the 15th is when we're actually starting the real work. So
Well, when are
Just
you on
confirm.
site tomorrow?
we're on site next Wednesday, but that's more of a meeting. Nothing that we're going to be ripping apart, but definitely the 15th is where we're going to start tearing apart the building. So, well, I shouldn't say the building. We're going to start our work.
Yeah.
So, and it's got to be the expiration. It's got to follow the contract. I think it goes through not August, but I believe it goes through acceptance. Just verify the contract. Well, share a copy. We're happy to review it with you when you do get it.
So Adam, we should probably have that in place no later than the 12th.
right.
Yeah, I'll connect with the insurance broker today and ask him to to lock it in.
Thank you.
All right. The GMP, the GMPs are all in, so we'll be modifying the budget to reflect the GMP. So Rod and Joe will be getting copies of the budget in the next few days with GMP reflected. Flexible glass. Okay, anything else on phase one, Mark?
Nope, that is it.
Okay, so moving on, item 5, project updates for phase 2 through 5.
I'll lead off. We do have the pre-con proposals from BL, Gilbane, and Colliers to take phase 2 through 5 through DD to get in front of the capital planning in the fall. And that was sent out on Wednesday to the committee. So I don't know, this is for all 4 schools, and with DD numbers for the September capital planning.
Rod, did you get a chance to look at those numbers?
Yeah, I did.
Any issue?
No, I didn't see any.
So we're talking about, so B&L's was about 572, Gilbane was about 188, and Colliers was a not to exceed of 150. So the total's about 910, which is under the budget allocation for the seed money. So,
Right.
so I guess we want to make a motion to accept.
Well, did Joe, did you get the chance to read it?
I looked over them, yes.
You have any questions, concerns? So we were given an allocation, just context, we were given an allocation of money for some seed money to work out the estimates for phase 2 through 5. And the urgency there is to get more accurate numbers to plug into the waterfall for the town. There was issues with phase 1 that the original estimates were not as accurate as they needed to be. So there was a necessity to go back and get more money, and the idea is to prevent that from happening again. So 2 through 5, we're trying to front load a lot of that design work and cost estimating. So this is work towards that goal.
Understood.
All right.
Just some historical context, I guess. Riverfield, this is going back about 10 years ago, that they went into design and got the funding approved on conceptual numbers. They had to go back for more. As they were going back for more, they asked how they could get away from the second ask. So the thought was to bring all the designs through DD and then go for the funding. That took place on Holland Hill. Mill Hill, we had another time constraint that we only went through SD. We went back for additional funding for Mill Hill. This one, the grants were issued on conceptual numbers, which turns out to be not good numbers. So there was a second ask for this project. So as we were going through the funding, additional funding requests in the fall, it was, let's get back to how we were doing it before and go through DD, get good numbers before getting the funding from the RTM.
So I don't want to take up a whole lot of time, but what was the issue with phase 1? Where was the bulk of the overruns?
The bulk of it was the conceptual plans. I believe the this was done before the committee's charge, but the conceptual design was based on what parts of the school, especially Woods, did not have air conditioning, not the condition of air conditioning, but if it had it, we want new. They didn't go into the condition of the existing air conditioning. So there's an additional, I believe, 25,000 square feet of space that got added to the project was the bulk of it.
Good.
Okay. Joe, any other questions on
No, I don't think so. I've got a good
5 costs?
idea about.
Rodney, any other questions on your side?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay. Can we get a motion to accept the
Yeah.
the costs?
Okay. I'll move to make a motion to approve Collier's ad services proposal for phases 2 through 5 in the order of not to exceed limit of $150,000.
I'll second the motion. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously.
I will make another motion to accept Gilbane's ad services for phases 2 through 5 dated March 28th, 2023 for a total of $188,100.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously. Thank you.
Last but not least, I will make a motion to accept additional services for BL companies for phases 2 through 5 in the amount of, somewhere it's here,
$572,000.
$572,000.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes unanimously. Thank you, Rodney. Okay, Mark, any other updates you want to cover in the 2 through 5 arena?
Nope, that was all for phase 2 through 5.
Okay. Moving on to approvals. Don't believe there's any proposals to approve today. We have
We
any
just
additional? We just approved them all, yeah. Invoices. We do have an invoice packet this week.
Yep, we have 2 of them. We have Gilbane's Precon invoice, their second one, and this is for the balance of their Precon services through GMP of $36,575, and then Save More for Fitz House. The total is, of invoice number 5 is $13,347.50.
I just have one question for Amar. After this, are we going to get a schedule of values and a pay rec from you
Yes, sir.
folks? Okay, when
Yes,
can we
sir.
expect the
Yeah,
schedule of values?
So we're getting the schedule of values from all the sub trades, and then we assemble that. Obviously, we share that with with Mark Schweitzer to make sure he looks at it. Then our schedule of values is going to mirror the GMP itself. That's
Right.
Gilbane's schedule of values, and the sub trades. Well, probably I'm going to say, Rodney, give us about 2 weeks, if that's
All right.
okay with you.
No, that's
You
fine.
know, just because trades are getting on board right now, we're getting their contract finalized. Schedule of values typically follows shortly thereafter because they're all going to look to bill for their bond, which is normal. So absolutely, yes. Our schedule of values is going to mirror the GMP. You're going to have 4 invoices, just so everybody's aware. And at some point in time, might even be 7 because of the vestibules, but that's a different conversation. But at least you're going to have 4 separate schedule of values to mirror the GMP.
Great, okay.
Thank you, Mark. So can we get a motion to accept payment of the invoices as presented.
Sure. I'll make a motion, excuse me, to accept Gilbane's pre-con invoice dated 3/21/2024 in the amount of $36,575.
I'll second the motion. Any discussion? Seeing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passes unanimously.
I will make a motion to accept Save More invoice number 5, also dated 3/31/2024 in the amount of $13,374.47.50. Sorry, a little dyslexic.
I was going to correct you when you were done with your sentence. I'll second the motion. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Passes unanimously. Thank you, Rodney. Joe. Okay. Moving on. Item 7, new business. The building committee does have Sheila, I think it was always Sheila, takes the minutes for us, but we do have an obligation to have a secretary defined. I'm currently the chair and Rodney is the vice chair. So Joseph, that leaves you. So at least I gave him a heads up. David surprised me. So I'm going to make a motion to have Joe Valley be the building committee secretary. Can I get a second?
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Can I vote on this or no?
Technically you can, yes, sir.
Okay. Aye.
You better vote for yourself.
Vote of no confidence. All right. So the motion carries unanimously 3-0. And the other item from a new business perspective is I've canceled the May 17th meeting. So Friday, May 17th, there will be no meeting. That has been posted to the clerk's office. So please update your calendars accordingly so you're not on a WebEx meeting by yourself. Okay, any other new business?
Not me. None for me.
Joe, anything? I did, okay, anything else from anyone? Sal, you're good. Mar?
I'm good. Thank you.
Everybody's good for the weekend? Okay.
We're good. Thank you.
All right, so I'll make a motion to adjourn. I have a second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.